Emma Stone knocks it out of the park as Cruella, a wicked fun movie that works on so many levels. I'm Scott Moviemantz, here with my review.
This doesn't have to be a scene.
It really, really does. I'd like to remind you all that I'm doing this in heels.
What was your name?
Cruella.
I have to confess, I haven't always been the biggest fan when it comes to prequel origin stories of classic characters, especially villains you love to hate. I always felt like the less you know about them, the better, since no backstory could really do that character justice. Fortunately, Cruella is the exception, and for so many reasons. For starters, the story is really sharp, it's clever, it's smart, it's part Cinderella, it's part Charles Dickens, it's very much part The Devil Wears Prada. I mean, I think that's pretty obvious. The plotting is intricate, and it has a great payoff with a really good twist that also sets the stage for a sequel that I would love to see happen. It also answers some questions in a very satisfying and clever way, not only how this villain from Disney's 101 Dalmatians, the animated classic, and the two live-action versions with Glenn Close became the notorious Cruella de Vil, but we also learn why she hates Dalmatians. Set in the 1970s during the punk rock movement, the film follows Estella DeVille, an aspiring young fashion designer who has to contend with the Baroness, her evil boss who plays a big part in her transformation to Cruella DeVille. And as Cruella, Emma Stone, Academy Award winner, Best Actress for La La Land, crushes it with a sensational and fully committed performance. She's so fantastic, and she is so much fun to watch. And she plays Cruella as a more sympathetic character than you'd expect given her history in the past Disney movies. Emma Thompson is also clearly having a ball playing the Baroness. She's the quintessential baddie you love to hate, which makes her a lot more like the Cruella de Vil from the earlier films. So why the role reversal here? Well, you have to see it to find out, but what's clear here is that both Emmas are having a blast. And let's talk about the production design. This movie looks amazing. The sets, the wardrobe, the hair, the makeup, it's all just absolutely sensational, and you cannot take your eyes off this movie. It's sure to be recognized come Oscar season in all of the crafts categories for nominations and maybe even very well-deserved wins.
All right, we should put on some music or something. Lighten the mood.
Oh, and the soundtrack? Okay, the soundtrack is amazing. Full of hits from the 60s and the 70s, some from the punk rock era, from the likes of Blondie and The Clash. While watching this movie, I kept thinking, I gotta download this soundtrack. It's that good. At first, I thought Cruella was going to be like another Disney family film. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but I was pleasantly surprised by how dark, how mature, and how daring it really is. It's not really for kids, at least not young kids, and it all fits the character perfectly, and it's directed by Craig Gillespie, who did such a great job with this film as he did with his last movie, 2017's I, Tonya. Now, Cruella is available on Disney Plus for a premium starting May 28th, but it's also in theaters that weekend, and the big screen is definitely the way to go so you can take in how visually stunning this film really is. Now, it also opens in theaters the same day as A Quiet Place Part 2. So for the first time in more than a year and a half, it's going to feel like a real weekend at the movies and on the big screen, and we all deserve it. So yes, Cruella is a see it. I'm Scott Moviemantz, back soon with more reviews. Until then, here's looking at you, kid.